Hey bro fans, this is Todd, and yes, I broke down and bought the Masters of the Universe Origins Fright Zone Playset. I actually bought two originally, and then Mattel was taking so long getting it, I canceled it. But then people online kept saying, I wish they would do this, wish they would have done that. And so I thought, you know what? I'm just going to buy one of those things just to see what I can make for the fans to make it cooler than what it is. So, without further ado, let's rip this thing open and then we'll compare it to the original 80s one and see what's different, what's new, and if it will work with other figures like Masterverse, or if it will work with Classics. So we can try those out and see if it will work with other lines of Masters of the Universe. So without further ado, let's go ahead and open this box up. That is funny. This He-Man just knocked over my flashlight on the floor, and then afterwards it turned on. It was funny. Grab that flashlight and turn it back off. All right, let's get this thing open. Let's get it started now. All right, so it came in one giant box from Big Bad Toy Store. And yes, I did get it from Big Bad Toy Store, which I'm pretty glad I got, because the shipping was a whole lot less. And that is a monster bonus. Now, it does have a small dent in the box here, but not too shabby. Now, they did pack it nicely in an extra double box with lots and lots and lots of tape in the front to hold it. And then this was the box inside the box. As you can see, I've been busy painting. I painted He-Man's sword I told you guys I was going to paint last video. Now it's painted, but the can all of a sudden started spraying sideways on me and went all over the place. Oh, look at that. Click-a-tat. Let's just turn this thing over. And so it shows the Fright Zone, top of the box, and we have the monster, we got the throne, we got the tree, we got the prison, we got the rock monster that snatches the warrior's feet. All the goodies. All the goodies. Bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun. Wow. Okay. So I like this type of cool display they have here. It's like he's like a spider coming down. That's so crazy looking. And you got Triclops over here. I just sold this guy. I don't have him anymore. And Man-at-Arms getting suction cupped. And then you have Tila. What a weird looking head. What do we got going on here? Look at that strange face we got going on there. That Tila looks really weird. Huh. Okay. I don't know. A fight between these two, who do you think would win? And then, of course, we got the weird skull thing on the front that has a seam around it. And since it has that seam, oops, aim that up so you can see. Since it has that seam all the way around, you'd think it'd be removable and have a replacement piece you could put in there to make it so it was just like a rock, like this one was originally. But, oh well. We shall see. All right, let's get this thing open. Looks like it opens on the side. Ooh, some more box art. And they show the slime pit. They show a mixture with green parts, or you might get a new guy coming out. And then on the other side, oh, look at that. Here's the painting. And how fun is that? It looks very reminiscent of the other side. But look, they got that Skeletor right there. Okay, it's time. It's time for a history lesson. Where is my book of all knowledge? Book of knowledge. Ugh. So many of you know this is my favorite book, the Power and Honor Foundation book. This book is awesome. And in here, it has a whole bunch of figures that were never produced and some other things. And I think I've seen those He-Man figures in here before. Let's see if we can't find them. Blowhard. They got some crazy designs in here. Okay. I know I've seen that He-Man and Skeletor before in here. We've got to find it. We can do it. There they are. There they are. So you can see here, this is the Skeletor that's shown in the box art right there. And you can see him with his armor on his chest. There it is. And that's the same armor right there. So the idea was you would have this dragon bust out of Skeletor's chest or alligator or whatever. Yeah, it's a precursor to Dragon Blaster Skeletor. Now He-Man has one too, over here. It looks like battle armor, but no, guns pop out. And these guns that pop out, they are very reminiscent of Rio Blast. And that's what that He-Man is right there, is that Rio Blast He-Man style. Now, of course, if He-Man actually had this, he would no longer be humanoid because, oops, sorry you guys. There we go. If He-Man had this, he would no longer be humanoid because you can see it's all empty inside there. So basically, that would replace his innards. So that really wouldn't work that well. Now, here's what I think is really interesting. Look at this He-Man figure here. Look at that. Look at it. And why I find it so interesting is, look, it's the same symbol that we see on our Masterverse figures, but this was made forever ago. It's just so weird that we all balked at this being made, and then they actually were designing it for the other line. Now, what stinks is you can see this is upside down. The point was supposed to be going down really far, and they didn't do that here. And it's supposed to be longer on the bottom and shorter on the top. I'm pointing, you guys can't even see. I'm sorry, I am just all over the place today. All right, the symbol here is upside down. It's driven me crazy since we first got the Masterverse figures, because these are supposed to be longer on the bottom and have a sharp point, but the longer ones are on top and the sharp point is on the top. So something went wrong from the original design to this here. Now, we did see this on Battle Armor He-Man as well, that same symbol. Anyway, we're not here for that. We are here for these, which are shown in the box art of the figures here, which is so cool to have those figures shown. Fun stuff. I love little Easter eggs like that. Where is my Power and Honor Foundation bag? Here it is. Now, if you not subscribe, it's the wrong word. If you follow, that's it, that's the right word, my page on Facebook, whenever I see these for sale, I post a link. My friend Josh sells most of them. And get this book if you ever have a chance. It is like the coolest book for He-Man lore. Alright, let me go ahead and set this aside. Oh, I shouldn't have put it aside yet, because there's another Easter egg right there. And that is the Buzz Off He-Man. That's in the book too. I'm not going to go grab it, but if you guys ever get the book, you will see that. It's pretty cool. Alright, what else we got? Any more Easter eggs on here? Oh, we got the comic Triclops. Pachoo! Fun, fun, fun. What we got on this side? I already seen that. Slime Pit. Slime Pit. Alright, I've wasted enough time spinning the box around. It's time to open this thing up and see what's inside and compare it to the original. So let's cut the tape. Let's see. I'm going to open this side over here. Where did I put those scissors? Here they are. Where's my scissors? I'm surprised this box is not glued and it's just this tape holding it together. Usually these boxes have like a ton of glue on them as well. But look at that. Click that. It just opened right up. No problem. And inside here we have some cardboard goodies and some dealy bobs. Let's just lay this thing down. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. It's like Christmas morning. So here is the tree. The tree. I'll set this over here. And here is a part of... Oh, it's the cage. The cage of power. And then we have the cage door. We got this big brown piece here. We have some directions. Hooray. And then we have some green pieces. This is weird. They feel like that Army Men castle that I use all the time. It's kind of a softer plastic. It's not rubbery, but it's not as hard plastic as the original toy was by a long shot. I'm thinking it's going to last a whole lot longer. Oh, we got our Cracker Jack prizes. We'll open those in a minute. Then we have this piece here. Here's the inside of the cave. Ooh. There's the outside and that stupid little head that I just don't like. I'm going to have to find a way to pop that off and 3D print my own piece. Feels like it's glued in there. Of course they glued it. Oh, here is the monster. Oh! Looks like he has some articulation. Check this out. We got leg articulation. No joint here, but on his ankle. So you can move his foot and put the ankle in different spots. And it's like that on all 6 legs. So that's kind of fun. And then his tail rotates back and forth, but that's it. And then his head has a couple articulation points here. And his mouth opens and closes as well. His tongue is attached where it's at, so you can't move the tongue separately. And he's got those really creepy eyes. Very cool. Okay, what else do we got here? We got the rock trap. Watch out, Tila. Ah! Ah! I guess you gotta do it sideways there. Ah! It's like a bear trap. That's as far as it closes. That's it. So, I guess you really can't get hurt or squish somebody in there very easily. So, cool. But I wish it would have closed a little bit further. But I wonder what's stopping it. Is it hidden somewhere? I'll have to pull these off later and see. I'm guessing there's a little piece inside there. I just can't see it. That it hits against. And if you were to break that off or sand it off, it should be able to open all the way and crush your figures. Yeah, I can see it now. It's a little green tab. I can just Dremel that right off. Then we can close this and open this all the way. Cool. That's my first order of business. Okay, then we got a brown piece here. This is much harder plastic, similar to the old toy. And 2 bags of Cracker Jack prizes. And then this little piece right here looks like it's part of his throne. All right. Whew. Well, let's open the Cracker Jack prizes first. Looks like we got some Horde carnage here. We got a gun that looks like the one that came with a oh, what is the guy's name? He has the blood and he like it's like a mosquito. Then we have this like for a Horde trooper. We got just an extra crossbow. And then we have an arm or something for the tree. Oh, they made it hollow on the inside. No! Why do you do that, Mattel? See, here at least they put little mechanic pieces so you can tell that it's mechanical instead of magical. But they do that just to save on plastic. But at least it's kind of clever to try to, you know, make it look a little more. But I can't believe the hollowness. Oh, that drives me crazy. That drives me crazy. Where are my scissors? See, that's why I'm glad my head is attached to my head, to my body. Otherwise, I would have lost it a long time ago. Oh well, we'll break into that later. Let's open the second box of Cracker Jacks. Or the second bag of Cracker Jacks. Cracker Jack prize. Birds. And another arm. 3 foul birds. Cool. Kind of rubbery a little bit, not super rubbery, and they have a little spot to hang on to something on the tree. So, all right. Then we got these little hinge pins. I can't believe I lost my scissors. It's so crazy. I just had them to open the box. You guys just saw me do that. And then I set them down. I found them underneath the big beast. Let's cut this stuff off. This reminds of the paper they use when they give you a haircut and they wrap it around so you don't get hair on your neck. And there's a scary face. Oh, on the other side of the throne. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I gotta cut at least one side. One side. There we go. All right, so this mouth right here is kind of a rubbery kind of material. Oh, look at that. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. All right. Yep, this thing came just in time for Halloween. All right, I think we got all the parts open now. Oh, I still got one left to open right here. All right, so you can see here, this goes together right there. Then you stick in the hinge pins. I know I should read the directions, but I am just not a direction reader. Okay, so looks like that pops into the hole. That pops into that hole. Let's make this happen, Captain. Hooray. Hinge pin. Hinge pin. Snapper. Hopefully I did that right. If not, I'm in a world of hurt. All right. So now let's flip this around town. And we know this goes here. That's pretty self-evident. Okay. There we go. Whew, we're almost done. So, now we got to figure out where this goes. I'm guessing this goes on the other side. Way over here. Well, that's a one-time installation piece. And then this goes in right here. Now, it looks like these holes are for the ground on the other side. So, if I was to pull this thing back apart, there we go. Come apart, you. Bring it around town this way. Pull this side off. There we go. And then this goes in like so. Now the problem is you noticed when I did that, I had to rotate this around. Let me back this up so you guys can see. So in order to move this around, you have to do a full rotation and close this side. So if you were to have two sets here and have the other one over here, they wouldn't cook all together. You'd have a weird little gap here in the middle. See, let me put this right here. And don't move that. Oh, yeah, it's actually running right into it. So, and there's no extra holes over here. So, you really couldn't combine a lot of sets together very easily. But, and if you do, you don't really want to have this open like that. I mean, that's just kind of weird looking. So, I have no plans of flipping mine around to make the set go on the other side. But the problem we have is even after this is built, you have this weird no man's land that kind of just goes nowhere. So I'm gonna make something that hooks up to these two, just to give us a little more playing area, not to actually rotate it around or anything else, just to give our little creature more of a ramp and something else that hooks on here. So just something that will slide in, have another ramp coming down somehow, so that when our creature goes up, he has more room to go up. This does not fit through that hole very good, dude. Only his head fits through there. I mean, that's nice once the person's trapped in the rock quarry, so you can just reach in and take a bite. That is a lot of effort. Maximum effort. These teeth are rubber too. Okay, let's finish building this. So here's where it gets weird, because if you don't rotate it around, you have Hordax Throne just kind of sitting in a really weird, ominous way in the middle of nowhere land. I guess maybe I should have put this on first. Yep. Should have put that on first. And that's why you read the directions, boys and girls. I remember my kids were little, I built one of their toys. And it won't come back off, will it? No. Let's try turning it around so I can install it from the other side. We will jury rig this, we'll make it work. Open. There we go. There we go. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Now it's got a little gap for his cape. You don't even see that. It's got a little gap right here for his cape. So I guess if you're going to have this way, go back together. Really bad on this side. It's hitting everything. It's in the way. You could have your Hordak up here. Whoa, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. And have them just rotate around. Goodbye, Hordak. Of course, in reality, the tree usually faces this way anyway. So it can get the attackers coming up the stairs here. Let's try the cape holder and see how it works. I can't leave in that seat for nothing now. This cape is keeping him there. Oh, I am trapped. You know what's funny? I wonder if Mattel had that idea first. This is my Hordak throne for Classics. And the guy who designed it, he also made a spot for the cape in the back. And I wonder if they copied that idea from him, having that cape back there. That works really good. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, big brother. Oh, you guys can't even see. What the heck? I am just failing at moving the camera. I'm just so excited about showing you guys stuff. Okay, anyway, if you missed it already, my camera's kind of behind me. This is my throne for my Classics, and you can see there's a cape spot built into this just for Hordak's cape. And so I wonder if they got the idea from looking at customizers stuff for that cape spot. Anyway, I will pull. So look how big this is next to the. It's taller than the whole entire. That's funny. All right, there we go. So now we have the cage. The Nicolas Cage. And I'm guessing it goes this way because that's the way that these things are facing upward. And you can see this actually goes really deep. It's kind of nice. You can easily fit a figure in there. No problem. You can even put 2 figures in there. You could probably even stuff 3 figures in there if you really wanted to. Maybe not. Maybe a little bit tight. But the other cage of the original, let's see how that one fares. Oh, it's actually really deep too. I was not expecting that. head hits the top though. So this cage is a lot taller than the original. Let me move this puppet out of there. Because this one here, she can actually stand in there. And this one here, her head, I mean, she can stand towards the front, but in the back, her head gets bent over. All right, let's try an Origins figure and see, not Origins, this guy, Masterverse. He's too tall, but you know what? Let's do some knee bending, some deep knee bends. Fit in there, He-Man. So in a pinch, He-Man could fit in there. Not the most comfortable, but the cages aren't supposed to be comfortable anyway. So you could jam your Masterverse in there. All right, how about Classics? Ooh. Let's see here. So almost able to stand, but not quite. So same thing. You're going to have to jam them on in there. So yes, you can fit, but not very comfortably. But again, it's supposed to be a jail. It's not supposed to be comfortable. Oh, my aching neck from being in jail all day. Anyway, so cool, fun stuff. Let's take this a step further. Lock. There we go. All right, so this cage is made to go either on the outside, right here, like this. I'm not going to snap it in. Or you can put it on the inside, and they made an extra lip so it matches the configuration. Fit, there we go. Or on the inside, like that. Now, like I mentioned before, I'm probably not going to ever use this side. There's just not a lot of playability for me on this side, or displayability. So for me, it's probably always going to be on this side right here. If it works for Classics. There we go. Let's put the cage in now. Mattel! Why can't they just make them solid? I mean, I know the original 80s toy was the same stinky way, but come on. We've come a long way since the 80s. I mean, we're talking about a toy line that has all this articulation and all these pieces that are interchangeable, and they give us hollow parts still. I know it's easier to mass produce. I get the logistics behind it, but I just don't like it. I don't like it. And they got rid of the lock feature of the cage. It just kind of clicks into place. But I gotta admit, it is kind of funny. Look at like this shape right here, how it goes up. They had that on the original. That same kind of shaping. This one here is the same. And this little piece right here is a little different. But it's kind of funny how they actually match the pattern. This has... It's a little different here too, because that has 4 going across right here. But it is kind of funny how it's very reminiscent of it. All right. Let's stick this back in here. This time I'll pop it all the way in. Let's see what it looks like on the back now that it's installed. Yeah, so it takes away all the playability you used to have here on the back. It really is not beneficial because this whole entire stepping space now is completely useless. They could have someone crawling underneath there, you know, that's about it. But as far as playability, now I almost liked it better as a doorway than I do a jail cell, but that's okay. We'll turn it back around. Turn it back around. We gotta finish building the tree. Okay. Where are those green parts for that tree? We got this here. I'm guessing this goes up in the top. I don't know for sure. But we shall see. And then we got this here. And I know this goes here. There's no other place it would go. There we go. You got that root hanging down. Alright, well, we'll just leave it like that. And then this one, like I said, I'm sure goes way up here like this. It's got to. That's the last place left. Way up there. Sorry, not doing good at the camera today. Alright, so there we go. There is our playset. I have got to fix that so it can close all the way and actually clamp down on the figures. What are you guys doing down there? That's so bizarre. Don't fall, Hordak. That's how he gets around. Alright, so it does have some stairs. Let's talk about these stairs here. So as you guys know, I love stair battles. They're some of my favorites. And I have made stairs for Snake Mountain. I've made stairs for the Thundercats lair. And let's just see how viable these stairs are. First of all, on the original toy, I'm going to pull this creature out of there. Come on out of there. And let's set these up side by side. There we go. Something like that, I'm guessing. This must go the other way. I'm knocking my microphone around. There we go. Alright. We got our weapons set up. Okay. Oh! Smash into the TV. Alright, so you can see that the stairs here actually has one here, one here, one there, all the way up. This one here has one here, nothing in between, and then all the way up here. That is a long step to go in between there. That's not stairs anymore. This is a short throw, and then it keeps going up. Now, I often used to kind of laugh at these stairs. It didn't seem like stairs to me. But these stairs seem more like stairs than these little slabs over here do. So let's go and take a figure. We'll just use Hordak here. This is the old set. And you can see, yes, they're tall steps, but you could literally put a leg on each one all the way up at some point. So you could make it all the way to the top with a little effort. On the new one, you could go there and there. You could go there as well. But now this spot here is just so much higher. And you could see, I don't know. I guess it's right here is the problem. Right here is not a deep enough spot. So it shifted all these. Where this should have come down to about right here. And then this one could have come down and made this step a higher difference. And these don't jet out very far. Where on the old set, you can see how wide the steps were. And here, oops, they're like 75% of the width. So it doesn't give you quite as much room to have somebody stand. Where here, you can almost put 2 feet up there. So it is a lot narrower in that area. Interesting. Now, of course, if I just wanted the same old set, I'd just buy the same one and be done with it instead of buying a new one. All right, so it really is not much bigger than the original. It's actually very similar in size. The cage is a little bigger. The stairs are a little smaller. The actual play area right here, which is not a lot of area. The rock monster creature takes up so much real estate. Here it does too, but it's kind of integral. It's got like a hole right here that it falls into and then kind of sucks you in. Now, personally, I like the bear trap style better. It's a little easier to operate, a little more fun. But it just takes up so much room. Now, here's the part you have to remember. And this is where people have a hard time thinking of this beyond, is when you have your Castle Grayskull is your play area. And as you guys know, I made floors to give us more play area to make it fun. But this is meant to be played with in the middle of the living room. And this is just one mountain of your whole entire living room floor that you're playing in. So this is not just the play area. This is just a mountain. That's why the stairs right here. This first stair is to get up into the mountain area, and then you continue on. So if you try to put all your characters in this little area here, you'll not be happy, because the only spots you really have is here and a little bit here, and of course in the stairs. Not really a lot of area for figures to stand. Maybe way up here too, up at the top. But really, your area is around it. And if you keep that in mind, this is just like a little mountain sitting here in the middle of your play area, and you're just coming over to it. All right, I know it's kind of weird. But all right, let's try to stuff He-Man in there again and see if we can get the door closed too. Get in there, He-Man. No. Yep, you can. Hooray. So in that case, you could use this for classics. But let's see how Hordak sits in the chair. That is a pretty small, squeaky little chair. right. Come here, you. Oh, there's no way. There's no way. That chair is so itty bitty. Yeah, his hips won't even fit in between there. Ain't happening. Alright, so if you ignored this throne and just had the front side, you could use it for other lines easily. Alright, so here's the question I wanted to know before I even purchased this thing. I wanted to know that if I was to get this set, could I use this creature feature with the old set? I mean, as we know, these puppets just do not last over the years. I mean, this one's had a lot of damage through the years. So if you have an old one, you're like, you know, I just want the creature. And that's kind of what I was thinking too. So let's see if this creature will fit into the hole. Well, you can get his mouth in there. That's a good sign. But because of his legs and stuff, he is not going to go in very easily. So if you were to rip his legs off, maybe, but then he's kind of fat right here too. Okay, let's try to aim his legs back as far as they can go to give us the most distance in the hole. Zoop. Nope, they hit right there. Oh, Hordak's attacking my microphone. So that's it. That's as far as you're gonna get. So if you want, you could probably tear the head off, maybe with some hot water, I don't know, and that would give you, oh, that's cool, look at this. When you open the mouth, the head goes up too. That's why that is back there. I was wondering that when I looked at the pictures online. I was wondering what that little tab was back there. Was to actually articulate the top half of the head. Now I would have preferred a serpent just to make it easy, but the six-legged creature is pretty cool, I gotta admit. It's kind of a fun deedy bob. Alright, I think that's it for this video. I'll make another video later on to alter this, which shouldn't be too long from now. Oh, I got tape on my black. No. There we go. Alright. Anyway, that's all that I have for now. It's like they say in the 1987 movie, good journey. Ah! And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.
If you found enjoyment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do it!